Yeah, I really do think this is the best preaching Bible out there today. Hey, what's going on, fam? Welcome back to the Bible Geek Squad channel, ladies and gentlemen. If this is your first time, I really hope you have a good time watching this video. It's going to be a short one. Just want to dive right into it. If you like it, well then consider subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing, turning on that notification bell so that whenever I do upload another video, you, my friend, will be notified. Do you know what Bible I have in my hand just by me holding it like this? I mean, I didn't want to show you the spine because I know they're going to figure it out right away. But, wait, oh, gosh. Do you know what Bible this is now? Do you? Huh? This is a beautiful Bible, ladies and gentlemen. I do think that this is the best preaching Bible out there today. And some of you may disagree with me. And if you disagree with me, let me know why you disagree with me and which one, in your opinion, would be the best preaching Bible. I think that the ESV Topaz, the layout on this, it's fantastic. All right. I think this is the best preaching Bible out there today. Let's dive into it. Okay. So one of the reasons I think that this is the best preaching Bible, the layout. Okay. The layout, it's nice. I love the fact that it is verse by verse, as you can already see. It is verse by verse. I love that. I love the fact that the verses are in a different color from the actual text, which you can really see right there, right? The other thing that I like, this Bible has references. Now, I know that a lot of you are not big references fans of. So for you, I think that if you're not a big fan of the references, I think that you would like the references to not even be there at all whatsoever, or to be like other ESV, like the thin line ESV white margin. You know how the references are in one of the corners? So I think that you might like that. I really don't care as long as references for me are included. And we do still have some space. We do have some space for some notes if you want to. But again, we're talking about the preaching Bible, a preacher's Bible. And so I think that sometimes notes are not exactly what a preacher wants to do in their preaching Bible, because in a preaching Bible, at least in my opinion, I want a double column or even a single column, but verse by verse. I want large print, which the ESV Topaz provides. It does have a 10-point font. The paper, it's not thick, but it isn't really thin. I mean, I know that the paper that the ESV provides, the Topaz provides, it's a 28 GSM, which is good. Okay, it's not my favorite, it's not the best, but I do like it because the style of paper that the Topaz offers, it's actually pretty nice. I gotta admit that I was not the biggest fan of it when I first saw it on pictures, when I first read the information on it, but I've grown to actually love it. And I do have a couple of notes. I do have a couple of highlights on this edition, which in all honesty, it doesn't really seem to go through. Let me show you some other one right here. It's really nice, ladies and gentlemen, and the fact that there's not much bleed through, or there's really no bleed through, even though it's a 28 GSM Indepac paper. This would be the notes where I wrote on the back. They would be right there, ladies and gentlemen, and you can't even really tell. You really can't tell. I'm telling you, this is awesome. So it's got amazing paper. Okay, it does have very nice paper. The Bible is thin. It's not too thick. It is 9 by 6. 9 by 6. Once again, with about 1.5 inches of the width of it. It would be about 1.5 inches. Around there, if I remember correctly. So let's go through it again. It's verse by verse. The verses in the text are a different color from the actual text. All right. The paper, it's awesome. It's nice. It's thin yet thick enough to be able to write or underline or make a small little note that you want to as you're preaching through the text. It's got references, which for me, that's a pro. That's awesome. That's extra points for that, right? It does have some space to write on. The Bible is not heavy, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a heavy Bible. It's a thin Bible. Now, the edition that I have is the calfskin, and the leather itself on this, it's very, very nice. The calfskin is very smooth. So if you like that, that's awesome. One of the things that I didn't like, of course, it's that it's paste down. It has a paste down liner, and it's not the goat skin. The goat skin, it's edge lined, right? However, with time, this Bible, I mean, it's held up together. I've had this Bible for about a year now. When I first got it, on picture, I didn't like it. When I got it in person, I was just like, wow, I actually like this. This is very nice. And I've had this. This has been my go-to ESV for my preaching. Whenever I am preaching, whenever I do preach out of the ESV, this is the one that I take. Whenever I need to look something up through the ESV translation, I don't go to my iPad. I don't go to my iPhone. I don't get another ESV. I reach out for this one because, again, it's verse by verse. It's going to be so simple to locate where I'm at. The font, it's nice and bold. At the same time, it's spaced out. Very easy to read with a 10-point font, like I said earlier. It's very, very nice. Super easy, super simple to grab with one hand. I mean, I can preach out of this, and I usually, when I do preach from it, I'll have it with one hand the whole time. So it's very light, ladies and gentlemen. If anything, the things that I didn't like at first, it was a paste down liner and the ribbons. I did not like the ribbons that Cambridge gave us, so I substituted them for these beautiful three little ribbons right here, nice and long. And this is why I think this Bible, it's the best Bible out there to preach from. I know that Crossway does have some very nice preacher's Bible, the preaching Bible, the preacher's Bible. I get it, it's nice. Those Bibles are nice and thick. Okay, some of you would prefer that, and I get it. It's a real nice Bible. If that's your preaching Bible, hey, awesome. My preference is this one. It's thinner. The paper is nice. You can write on it. Great double column. Oh, yes. Double column. References on the side, which is great. I still do have enough space. If I need to make a side note, I can make a side note. I can make a little note because, again, my preacher's Bible, I don't need there to be so much writing in it. That would be more like my study Bible. That would be more of my devotional Bible, stuff like that. My preaching Bible, I don't need there to be a lot of writing or a lot of mess on it because I don't want it to bother me when I'm preaching. If you're like that, then I know that you would agree with me. If you don't mind all the notes, if you don't mind all that stuff, hey, that's more power to you, man. That's awesome. But for me, that's a distraction. That would really distract me. So that's why I really do like the Topaz, and I recommend the Topaz if you are a big ESV fan, which I think most of you that will watch this video do love the ESV. If you're watching this from Facebook, I think the ESV is the number one Bible translation of your choice, at least from what I've come to know. You understand? So if you are a big ESV fan, and those of you that are watching in the ESV fan group, then the Topaz, especially if you're a preacher, it's not just for preachers, but especially if you are a preacher or you like double column or you love verse by verse, then ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't look any further than the Topaz itself. It's amazing. I understand that right now on Evangelical Bible Cambridge, the prices are through the roof, like through the roof. Now they are up there right now, right? So if you can find one, at a cheaper price or get a good deal on one, hey, go for it, because right now, again, they are actually kind of pricey. Right now the calfskin is $190. I think before it was like $165 if I'm not mistaken. So they have increased in price. The goatskin, I'm not even sure how much the goatskin is $290, and before it was like $225, $235, somewhere around there. Right now the prices on Cambridge Bibles, they're going up. However, I mean, they are beautiful. I got this. This was actually a gift. This was actually a gift, ladies and gentlemen, by a brother in Christ that I was helping out, and he sent me a couple of Bibles for me to sell for him. And Brother Mike, if you're watching, man, you've blessed me tremendously with this edition of the Bible, and it's become my preaching Bible. When I preach out of the ESV, this is the one that I'm taking. If you're looking for a preacher's Bible, Topaz is the way to go. That's just my opinion. I strongly believe that, and I really do encourage you to get an ESV Tote Pass. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you just saw, well, awesome. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. Until then, my friends, take care, be blessed, be a blessing, show or reflect the light of God, the grace of God, the compassion of God, the mercy of God, and the love of God. If I didn't say love, I'm saying it. Reflect the love of God, the one that you've received freely. Well, then you freely give it back to others. All right, share the gospel, ladies and gentlemen, and show your appreciation for God's word. Love you. God bless you, Bible Geek Squad, and I'll see you in my next one. Let's go.